This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, you're not gonna win if you don't score. And so just like that, the Rangers' 6-game winning streak has turned into a 2-game losing streak as the Diamondbacks get the shutout and the series 2-0 in the final. But hey, the Rangers did get the World Series a couple of years ago, and really that's all that matters. But with that said, now the Rangers will return home and hope that Seattle and Kansas City and the Astros can lose tonight before Houston heads to Globe Life for the weekend showdown beginning on Friday night. All right, here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast. Don't forget the work there of Bryce Paterick, who does an outstanding job every day. I know Bryce is going to have a lot to say about this one tomorrow and also on Thursday. And tomorrow is Thursday, and Friday he'll get you ready for the showdown with the Astros. But tough one today as the Rangers get shut out. Did not see that coming. As Zac Gallen ends up outdueling Jack Leiter. All right, let's get right to it.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, final game of the series and final game of the road trip, and the Rangers looking to bounce back from last night's Milner-Marte meltdown. Young Jack Leiter on the mound, looking to continue his dominance. He got some nice defense in the bottom of the first by Ezekiel Duran, who saved the run by making that great throw to nail Marte at the plate. But the D-backs were still able to score on an RBI single from Gabriel Moreno. Arizona scored again in the bottom of the second to make it 2-0, thanks to an error by Jake Berger at first, and that snapped the Rangers' franchise record best streak of 19 straight games without an error. Jack Leiter, though, to his credit, I mean, kind of rocky there at the beginning, but the great ones find a way to find their game and settle down, and Jack did just that. After giving up the 2 runs, he ended up going 6 innings, allowing the 2 runs on 3 hits with 3 walks and 8 strikeouts, 99 pitches on the day for Jack. He was, I mean, certainly good enough. And this goes back to those starts for everybody earlier in the season when the pitchers would give the Rangers a chance to win, but the offense would only score 1 or 2 runs a game. And in this case, 0. So you're not going to win if you don't score, but certainly Jack Leiter gave them a chance to win the game today. They had some chances on the bases, but just could not get anything going. I mean, it's really that simple. I wish there was more to say, but they didn't bring it today. Unfortunately, the Rangers could not back them up. 0 runs, 5 hits, a couple of walks, and that was it. That's all, folks, as they say. And frustrating to see them struggle like that. Frustrating just to see them not be able to get some kind of a rally or at least score. It feels like it's been a while, but my takeaway, honestly, and I was thinking about it because the Rangers will either be a game and a half back or 2.5 games back after tonight, and they'll have the weekend showdown coming up with the Astros. But look, with 21 games left to play, if the Rangers are good enough and they win enough games to make the playoffs as a wild card or division leader, but more realistically as a wild card, then you know what? I think we will all agree that it's because they played well enough and they won enough games and they earned it, right? I don't think anybody would dispute that, considering the hole that they were in because of the offense. If they're able to make a run and get into the postseason, it will be because they earned it. Well, conversely, on the flip side of that, right? If they don't make it, then you know what? That's on them as well. If they don't make it, if they don't make the playoffs, it will be because of too many games like today. So my point is, I'm not gonna freak out. I did. I'm not gonna speak for anybody. I said the season was over, 2-3 weeks ago. So I've already, I can't, I'm not going to keep going around and around. So I want to be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope more than anything that they make a run. And like I said, if they do, full credit, full praise, full props. And if they don't, then they don't. But losing series and getting shut out is not going to play out well. So you get the mulligan here in Arizona. You get to head back home now for another key homestand that is not going to be easy with who they're facing. And that's it. There's not much more that needs to be said. You've got games on the schedule. You got to win. You got to score. You got to get runs. And that's it. All right. When we come back, want to hear from you via the Rangers comment crew. We'll do that when we return. Rangers get shut out in Arizona 2-0. This is the Rangers POSTCAST. All right, Rangers POSTCAST fans, are you still paying full price for gas? Well, stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code SEASON and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. You can make up to $300 a year just from buying the gas you already needed. Now, at first, I thought it was too good to be true, but it is totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Don't let this offer drive on by. Download the free Upside app now using my limited time promo code SEASON for a limited time 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code SEASON. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions. And I want to let you know what's going on also with our friends at Game Time. All right. Because there's nothing like catching a baseball game live. The energy, the crowd, the chance to see your team in person, but actually getting tickets, that's the tough part. Queues, login screens, then you get the surprise fees. It really takes all the fun out of it. Okay. So that's why you need to use Game Time. It's the app that gives you the advantage back to fans, gives the advantage back to fans. Game Time is fast, easy, and backed by the Game Time guarantee. You'll always get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. Plus, all fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. Again, fees are included. Know your total upfront with no surprise fees at checkout. What do? You download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's promo code Locked On MLB, LOCKEDON MLB, for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app. And most people, as you know, can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, or investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's why there is Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you've put off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. Monarch does the heavy lifting for you. You can link all your accounts in minutes, see clear data visuals, get smart categorization of your spending, and finally, feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. So don't let financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONMLB. Okay, we are back. The Rangers postcast after the Rangers failed to score. They fall to the Diamondbacks by the final of 2-0. And let's get things going this afternoon. We are going to start with Alf getting us going this afternoon. Good afternoon, Alf. Hope you're having a good week and feeling better, and that Shirley is doing okay. Alf says, ouch. I guess we're back to being inept again. Peagle up anyway. Hit that like button. Thank you. Another promising start from Leiter. He is going to be a stud next season. I completely agree. And yes, Alf, I will be doing postcasts for the Cowboys beginning tomorrow night with the coach, Glenn Stretch Smith, and also Aisha Morrison is going to be joining us tomorrow night as well. So if you have a chance after the game, we're going to be on for a full hour after the opener tomorrow night against the Eagles. Thank you, Al. Thank you for asking. And again, props to you and Shirley, and love the support that you bring to the show every day. Isaac says, still time left. I still hold out hope till they are done. Just a brutal last couple of games. This game looks like an L. It's not over yet. Okay, so this was before. Mark says the Rangers are a freaking tease against the pathetic Arizona team. Soldier X says pitching allows 3 hits and you lose. Yeah, absolutely. Isaac back says the Rangers out hit the D-backs and still lose. Just not good enough. If they sweep the Astros, we have hope again, or even take 2 out of 3. Good start for Leiter. Just another bad offensive game, which we have seen time and time again this season. Replesden A says, is this team their own worst enemy? I would say yes. I would think they have done more damage to themselves than the opponents have, because for the most part, their pitching and defense has kept them in just about, the majority, the overwhelming majority of their games. But it's been the offense that has been the problem all season long. Texas Rangers Rich back with us. Today was the 20th time the Rangers lose a game when the pitching gave up 3 runs or less. Yeah, that's brutal. We've talked about that so many times, that in some of these closer, low-scoring games, if they just won a handful of these offensive struggles, we'd be having a completely different conversation, and the standings would look completely different. It's beyond frustrating, to say the least. Nick says, not even sure what to say. The bats were all but silent today. Poor timing for that, to say the least. You can almost feel the window closing. Well, I hope not. I mean, every time we say this team is dead, they keep coming. So just hope I think it's for all these teams, we're going to go down to the wire, and it's going to be, which team is able to step up and grab it. And it's right there. Now it's on them. And so we'll see. This season and where they finish and who makes it and who doesn't, that will stand forever. And that's on them. Win or lose, it's going to be on the players to get the wins and score the runs. The Pony fan says the Peagle choked on a hairball today. Yeah, absolutely. Geo777 says the umpire today had a bad call in the top of the first on Jock, which messed the Rangers' momentum, gave Arizona all the confidence. Yeah, I mean, you could say that there were a couple really bad calls in the game today that I thought in the strike zone, but not a big fan of the strikeout lookings. I think I've always maintained when you're up there and you got 2 strikes and your team desperately needs a hit and a run, got to swing the bat. You got to stay alive, even if you foul it off. But that's me, and that's why I'm here, and that's why they're playing. So anyway, guys, hey, I appreciate you getting in today. Tough one today. It's always much more enjoyable when they win. Enjoy the off day tomorrow. Alf, thank you for that. Enjoy opening night for the NFL and the Cowboys tomorrow night. We'll be watching the scoreboard, though, tonight for the Rays, and we want the Angels to beat the Royals. We want the Yankees to beat the Astros. And don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, be sure and check out Bryce Patrick and his show on the daily Locked On Rangers podcast. I'll be back with you on Friday night after the opener with Houston. Hopefully you can join me then. Have a great day tomorrow. And again, sincerely from the heart, I appreciate you guys taking the time to be a part of the show today. And hopefully the Rangers can get back on a roll and start winning more games and not losing. They're running out of games. 21 left to play beginning on Friday night. All right, final score today. The Rangers fall to the D-backs 2-0. They lose the series, but head back home. This has been the Rangers Postcast.